kitchen!
Hey, Poyos and Poofs chat. Good to see you. How's it hanging? Big old Monday now, right? Was Sunday, is Monday. Hope everything's going good, chat. Lord Internet. Let's see, I could do a poof here, but that's not the main poof. It's this one. There we go. Oh, that's right, I moved my shit. How do I unlock? There we go. Get my ass back in that corner. How's it hanging, everybody? Good to see you. Hope life's treating you good. Doing all right myself. My lower back is it still hurts. I kind of re-agitated it a couple days ago because I thought I was feeling really good Friday. Had a nice sleep. Everything was good, and I woke up and I felt great. Like my lower back really wasn't bothering much at all. It was still there, but it was very mild. Went and did my workout. It hurt, felt very unpleasant, and then I tried to walk, and I could only do like 10 minutes. It was really painful. I got dizzy and tired, and I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Came home, tried to do my stretches, and yeah, my lower back was totally fucked up. So I pushed it way too hard, which I thought maybe if I just kind of work it out, it would be fine. I think this is one of those things I'm supposed to just relax and let it mend on its own. So I feel better today. But upon feeling better and thinking, oh boy, I should go to the gym, I was like, last time I went to the gym, I fucked it up worse. So why don't we just relax? We'll give it a few more days. I like going to the gym. It's kind of a weird feeling. I don't know why. It feels like I have something I'm supposed to do, so I like doing it. But my back is just, it's not on board. It's not on board with this shit. So I'm going to skip it. Just give it time. Relax. And hopefully it'll feel, much more normal in a couple of days, maybe later in the week, and then I'll get back to it. But until then, I'll just chill. Maybe get a little bit more stream time in. But I hope you all are doing good. Things are cool here. trying to get some more Final Fantasy going. This is going to be a long one. I noticed Maximilian beat the game. He seemed to generally like it. He seemed to enjoy it. But I don't know. That guy's got different taste. Let's put it that way. He tends to have different tastes. Personally, it seems all right. It's just something to do. It's kind of a nice game to get through. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not real super into it, but I'm vibing. That's a good way to put it. I'm not super into it, but I'm vibing. It's a decent game. It's very reasonable. It's much more a movie than it is a game. But I enjoy it for what it is. So, yeah, looking forward to getting some work done here. A couple of hours, maybe. It's a bit late in the day, but it's late in the day for me, but it's early morning, right? So I figure around this time, I used to stream sometimes around this hour, something like that. So I figured it was a good time to do it. Haven't had dinner yet, so that's really going to be the main stopping point is whatever. I need to get some food in my belly. Yeah, everything's cool otherwise. Had some Tekken this weekend, of course. I did give that a run through on Friday. Or Saturday morning, whatever it was. I've really been thinking a lot about it, honestly. I put a lot of I cut up a video, threw it up on YouTube, you know, the one day I played. And I was really considering it. Like I was kind of like, you know, there's a lot to do here. There's a lot I could dissect. There's a lot I could break into and figure out and maybe have a good time. It definitely left me with a sour taste on that one playthrough. I was definitely feeling pretty sour. I think my expectations was that it wasn't going to be Tekken 7 again. It was going to be quite a bit different. It really wasn't. It really just, at its core, it's really Tekken 7, and it's kind of like, man, they're taking a long time to come out with Tekken 7 with just like this heat gauge thing bolted on, you know? I'm just kind of like, I don't know, man. I guess it just didn't tickle me, right? It's really surprising because at one point in my existence, I would have been totally cool with a concept of Tekken 7 again, but with better netcode. I think technically we have better netcode, but I'm not so sure if it's the rollback stuff. I think it's just their own thing that they're trying to do, and it's not really, you know, the latest and greatest like what Street Fighter's doing. I think it might be some kind of attempt at doing that, but they can't quite do it because it's 3D compared to 2D, and there's some kind of difference. So we're not really getting the best netcode we could, ? And then we're also getting Street Fighter, or we're getting Tekken 7 again, with less characters, of course. And in this very specific case of a closed network test, which, very, very important to phrase that, right? It is a closed network test. It's not a beta. It's closed network test, which means this could basically be alpha stuff. This could be alpha development cycle of this game. We have no release date. Harada came out with a tweet saying everything's going to be changed, damage is going to be changed, combo strings, lengths are going to be changed. Basically, the game, very, very possibly, this game is going to look extremely different in some amount of time here. Like, the next time we see this game and that it's playable, it might be, like, radically different. It could potentially be radically different. So, I don't know. Like, I wanted to play it again. There was a part of me that was just like, yesterday especially, I was like, hey man, let's just get back in there and play some more rounds, right? Let's really dive deep onto this this June character, and because she's got some weird stuff, and you know, you had some pretty fun time when you kind of got a combo 2 going. Why don't you go back and do it? And I was like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna do that yesterday. But while I was thinking about that shit, to be honest with you, I was really thinking about how hard it was to get a match, how long it was taking to get a match, and I think that kind of soured it. It was like, okay, what I want to do requires matching up with people, and there's not a lot of people to match with, and the netcode, of course, is just all over the place. It's a test. It is a network test. Like, they're trying to figure out what happens when people go online with the game. And it was not a good impression. It was not a good impression. So that kind of stuck with me, and after a while I started watching some other people's opinions about Tekken 8, and a lot of it kind of reflected what I was saying, because everything's going to change, and we're really dealing with something just so early in its development. It's just nowhere near done. It really is nowhere near done. Eris put this really, really well. It seems like they have a number of cool ideas and concepts, but they're not even half baked. They haven't even put them in the oven yet. That's a really good analogy, because it does feel like they just threw some shit into Tekken 7 and we're like, all right, guys, check it out. You know what I mean? They didn't refine it. There was no refinement. It was just, here's our shit. Here's Tekken 8, and here's some stuff in it. It kind of turned me off from wanting to get back into it. You know, I was kind of like, well, if it's going to take so long to get matches, and whatever I learn is most likely not going to be applicable later, maybe I shouldn't worry too much about it. You know, like, am I enjoying the process? Like, am I having some fun? Am I digging it? And I was kind of thinking, like, not really. It just, mostly because it takes so long to actually get a match, and then when you do get a match, it's really, really rough. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll just go get high instead. I got little edibles I have to get rid of before next month. Or not next month, September. I gotta eat that shit up before September, because technically it goes bad. Which I'm probably the only human on the planet that has edibles last long enough to actually worry about expiration date. I'm sure that never happens. But yeah, so it just kind of shows you how rarely I take them. So I just figured, fuck it. Like, if I'm not really that into it, like, I got my one day in there. I got to play June. I figured her out a little bit, and then I saw a combo video on what you're supposed to do with her, like what her really long combo strings are and shit. She's got, like, it's actually really interesting. She has multiple launchers that you can sacrifice life to get a combo extension on. So in exchange for that, while it does cost life, her moves are super slow. Like, they take forever to come out. But this is the trade. When you do land a good, solid hit that causes a launching state, you can do a combo string into another launcher. Most other characters, if you launch, do a string, and then do another launcher, the opponent will flip out of it. They'll flip out. It might be like a really high flip, so it's good for wall. If you're trying to carry over to the wall, could be good, but you're not going to get any follow-up unless you get a wall splat. So out in the open, it's really not a good idea to do a launcher as like a finisher for your combo. It's not a good idea unless you're trying to carry them across the stage. And even in that case, there might be better options. So June has a little bit of a different play here, where she actually sacrifices life with some of her launchers, and you can extend your combo anywhere by using that particular launcher. Basically, any of the ones that cause like lightning to come out of the floor or whatever, or light to come out, that causes another bound state. So you get to continue your combo at the sacrifice of your own life. Kind of odd. I don't know how to feel about that, but it is June's thing. It's her specialty. It's her deal. It's what she does. So I saw some combos that utilize that, and she gets damage. She gets damage. She is a combo monster because she can continue her combo in a lot of different facets, and off of a lot of different conversion hits. She can get some pretty hefty combo damage. Of course, that does also come at the expense of her own life, but she can then also heal that life if you plan it properly. Interesting character. That did kind of intrigue me. I was like, maybe I could figure that out a little bit, but again, very few matches to get, and there's going to be some extensively long, very deep, hardcore mechanics that are going to be altered in Tekken 8 later down the road. So yeah, I guess, as interested as I was, my time with you guys is kind of precious, and it's not very frequent. It's pretty rare. So I was like, okay, we had our taste of Tekken 8. It's very underdone. It's extremely bare bones. It's not in a really playable state. They're not at that state where it's going to be like you can learn off it and like really play. So I'm just going to go get high instead. So that's what I did yesterday. I went and got high. it was a good day. I had a good time. It was fun for me. Actually, I meant to play this yesterday while I was under the influence, but I kind of just passed out on the couch instead. My back was hurting me a little bit more than I thought it would yesterday. It feels better today. But yesterday, I took that stuff, really helped kind of mellow me out. Kind of helped with the pain too, but yeah, I guess it mellowed me a little too much. I ended up just passing out. So that's the deal. I figured I would be able to play at least today, and here I be. Do some Final Fantasy with you guys. Thought maybe some Street Fighter, but I know you guys don't like the fighting games as much, so might as well just make some progress on this, right? I want to get back to some Jamie grinding. I want to get, better at some Street Fighter. I'd like to do that. But I can do that on my own time. I don't have to stream that every time. It's not a bad deal for me to just kind of, do it when I'm at work, if I've got time and stuff like that, But yeah, Tekken 8. Really interesting stuff. I didn't expect it to be Tekken 7 with some extra shit bolted on, but that's really exactly what we got. Am I happy? Am I sad? Like, am I looking forward to it? I will tell you this. Like, while I am bummed that Tekken 8 is just trying to do a rendition of Tekken 7, and I'm assuming that even though a lot is going to be deviating from the current build of Tekken 8, I'm still pretty certain that it's going to have a very strong 7 vibe to it. There's only so much that they could deviate, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's only so many things that they could change. I'm pretty sure it's still going to be a Tekken 7 feeling game, just with some new stuff. Just a couple of new things. And I really firmly believe that the overarching feel of the game is not going to get away from 7 all that deeply. It's probably going to be largely what we see. Like, the heat is just something that you use and go forward in. My feelings about it is that it's still interesting, it's still enjoyable, but much less so than I was hoping it would be for something new. I definitely feel like it's a little more interesting than Mortal Kombat 1, because Mortal Kombat 1 really felt like Mortal Kombat 11 again. So I would place it higher than Mortal Kombat, but if I'm being like really honest with you guys, I kind of feel like the two games are sort of parallel, right? We had a game before, now we're getting the same game again, but with some adjustments. I feel that way with MK1, and I feel that way with Tekken 8. I suppose I might give it up a little and say I might be more interested in Mortal Kombat 1, because that one's actually close to coming out. We're almost there. I think that one's September. I think in September that drops, right? I think a couple things come out, Starfield and shit. So it's going to be interesting. I do feel like Mortal Kombat might be more interesting to me right now than Tekken 8, because Tekken 8 is just going to undergo so many renovations and stuff. What we played was fun. I think that's really a good thing. It was fun. It was Tekken 7 fun, but fun is fun, It's something that you could pick up and play and feel, and it felt very familiar picking up and even playing June, who's a brand new character. I felt familiar with, like, what I was trying to do. I got some combo structure in there, obviously not the good stuff, but I was able to cobble together things. I could use, like, her counter hit back one. I was having a lot of fun with that. I was really enjoying that stuff. I wish it was much quicker, much faster pace with these moves, like Leroy is, but that's not her character. She's a different one. That might change. And that kind of change being more favorable might bring me into it. That might bring me more fun, more interest into Tekken 8, and that is something that they could change. But we're not anywhere near its release. We're not close. So I think for now, I'm a little, I don't know. Sometimes I think about it and I feel a little worried, because that heat system really just doesn't do much, right? We could probably talk a lot about this, but maybe it's not really the place. Maybe if Tulad stops by, we'll have a bit of a discussion, because he played the closed network test. He's a big Tekken fan. I would like to know what he thinks, going forward here. I mean, we know that things are changing. I wonder what he really thinks. It sounded to me like last time he played it, he had the same feelings I did. in that so much is going to change. He didn't want to put a shit ton of time into it, but he put enough time that he definitely, like, you know, played. And there's a lot of people that played it that are like really, really good at Tekken. They already had all the combos down. They already knew everything because it is Tekken 7. They just literally like one for one transfer their skills over. And the heat mechanic is such a basic addition to the game that it's really easy to adjust to. It really doesn't take much thought. Maybe that's the point. I don't know. But in any case, I don't know. I think Mortal Kombat is probably the one that I'm going to be thinking about from here on out. Really don't know what to think about Tekken 8. I think one thing, then I think another. It kind of changes as I'm talking about it. Like, I'm getting kind of different feelings, thinking about different aspects of it. And maybe that's the problem, is that it's so not set in stone that I don't feel comfortable. Like, I can't even say if Heat is really good or bad, because there's so much that's going to change about the game and the system that right now Heat just seems kind of nothing. I don't mean that it's nothing, it's just that it doesn't really change the way you play the game. You just kind of do the button sometimes, pretty much once a round. You just activate it, or you know, Heat extender off a move for some reason, you know, whatever. And yeah, it's just kind of there. You just kind of do it, and it's just kind of there. It's like, all right, not a whole lot of thought. But that could completely change. It could make it so that it's like something that lasts all the time. Like, I don't know. They could do whatever they want. It could be pretty wild, but it's hard to really make that decision. You know, it's hard too to say like if the damage is too high or if the combos are too long. I do feel like the combos are too long. I do feel like the damage is really, really high. But if they're gonna change a bunch of other stuff, then those two factors also change. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to put a pin on it. The nice thing is that we can say that it is extremely, you know, new. Like it's nowhere near done. It's not in a complete state. It's just really, really, really early access to a game. That's all it was. It was really, really, really early access. And we'll just see where it goes from there. I'm not really content with how it went. I'm not really content. I felt like there was a lot of problems everywhere, and the netcode's a problem. The basic gameplay felt kind of dull, kind of lifeless. So I'm really hoping that they inject something that's a little more intriguing, I guess. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, if the game wasn't going to change, if the game was the way it is right now, I don't think I would enjoy it very much. I think I could enjoy it, but just not very much. You know, it wouldn't be a Tekken 7 moment again. It would just be like, oh, well, okay, I guess I'll play it for a bit. You know, it might be just a game I play for a bit. We kind of have to take into account too that Street Fighter 6 is such a dominantly good game that it really does make you want to just play the thing that's really, really good. You know what I'm saying? And Street Fighter 6 is so different from 5, and Street Fighter is so different from all the other fighting games I've played. It really is just stealing the spotlight right now, and I think it will be for a long time. It just really is cementing itself as this is the highest quality fight game that could ever be made. You know, maybe not visually, but definitely just as a whole. As a complete product, as a gaming product, like, it really is just out there. So it's kind of weird thinking of Tekken not even being like top dog, right? Because 5 was so trash. Yeah, wild stuff. Anyways, I won't bore you with the rest of that. Maybe later, if we get a couple people in chat, I want to talk it over, because I am a fan. I am still a fan of Tekken. I will enjoy it, whatever happens. But for the time being, it's just going to be some Street Fighter 6. We'll check out some Mortal Kombat. And, you know, we'll hopefully we'll have beaten this game, and then we'll move on to some Starfield and whatever else, man. We got options. There's plenty going on these days. We got Armored Core next month. That might be intriguing. Hope you guys are having a good one. Huh. Yeah, alright.
What does Gav have to say?
I think we'll just watch a movie today, though. A few hours. Gotta get some food in my belly at some point.
With him and his men
steak and
occupied
salad
the defense
today.
of the capital. they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust.
I think it's kind of cool enough in here.
But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about this stuff.
If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
A toast then. Let's chug-a-lug.
To a world without mother crystals.
Hey, there we go. I like that tune.
To Sid.
A little bit of Final Fantasy nostalgia for you. I'm down. It feels good. I like that tune. They played that tune in Final Fantasy 11 at like the startup screen or something. It's a really good startup screen. It's a good tune. Oh, is that that's Joshua? Damn, nice sword.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
It's something to do.
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha.
He acts like he just barged in on them having sex or something. Like,
Anyway.
come on, man.
I'll be in the mess
gotten
when
there
you're
yet.
finished.
Very well.
Okie dokie. Gathering storm, huh?
What would make Martha leave the rest?
Wait. Oh, wait. Jump. Maybe I can leave this way. Uh-oh. Damn it, there's no way down. God damn it. Oh, that's right, there's no sprint. It's like auto. I don't think it works in here either. I already looted everything, right? I'm pretty sure I checked out all those shops and shit.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Or I'm not dark and brooding enough. Hey, did you explain what this is about? Oh, no. Find the curse breakers. Whoa, what's this? You're new.
And how may I
Oh.
assist you today?
Huh? View the state of the realm?
Allow me to educate
Oh,
you.
I think this is where, like, past lesson or tapered. Yeah, okay. Nah,
Thus
I'm
ends today's lesson.
good. I'm good. I remember everything perfectly. Obviously. Find the curse breakers. Down there? No. Wait. Huh? I don't have a marker here. What about this? Aha. Let's go here. Let's not worry about side quests, shall we? Let us just participate in the main story. I'm not worried about the side stuff.
What happened
Game's
here?
long enough as it is.
Come on. We need to find the others.
Fucking best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical, John.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Alright. Where are we going? Still finding. Alright. Looks like we're gonna take the
Cole is right.
escalator.
That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone.
This guy has
The
new
orders
things.
would
I
have
want
had
to
to
check
have
it
come
out.
from higher
He might
up.
have a cool weapon. gotta go
What
up.
are you after?
No. No.
Take care out there, eh?
Yeah, whatever.
Boy, look sharp!
Boy. Oh, my puppy. Crap, this guy's here. I gotta remember how to play again. Hold my charge button.
If those Orsons touch an arrow on Martha's head, I'll kill them all myself.
I guess so. I think I have... Oh, I have a new move, right? Yeah. So I could teleport. There we go. Nice. There we go. I remember. It's pretty easy peasy. I do need to get in more fights, right? I gotta fix up my skill stuff. I gotta get a bunch of ability points. I'm missing quite a bit.
Up ahead.
Is you dead?
Martha.
Oh, it is
Are
her.
you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
They really should have considered joining us on the airship. Oh well. Hindsight and all that.
Black Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the
I like being able to hold that charge and release it. That's a fun thing. Damn, so no money. $5 laying on the ground, that's it. Deadly Embrace and Blind Justice. I haven't used any of these yet. Is that it?
It's over.
I like how they fly up in the air like that. It's tight. We won't get too distracted though. No reason. Other than ability points, I guess. I mean, it's kind of a reason. I like improving my shit. Makes it so you can do more fun stuff.
Are we too late?
I have a heal now,
Someone
don't I?
inside.
I remember that. I got like a big heal. It's worth using sometimes. I gotta remember.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Hey.
Murderers.
I like these guys' armor.
They
It looks
drove
really
the
good.
bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome
Cool.
lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Hell yeah. Sam kicks his ass. Oh, I can do this in the air? I didn't know that. That was tight. It's kind of a wasted move, really. It's not worth doing on little bit guys. Whoops. Is that it? There we go. That last guy took a little bit. Spoils. It's a shame there's really nothing to write home about.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Quest complete. And another one of these. Thanks. I got 10 green stars. What is 10 green stars?
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Are those ability points, maybe? Do you get ability points for switching stances, or maybe you just get them all no matter what? Ugh.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him, calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Matt to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid, where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive.
Sup, Tulad?
He's gone.
Had found a survivor. Past tense. How's it going there, buddy? Making some progress on this movie.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains.
We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Riddick's jump. The currents there are swift. If
He's
the
not
Abbot
in
was
here.
still with us, he'd have taken the
Vin
dust to
Diesel wouldn't
himself
be in here, would he?
before casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Yeah, alright. What's the good word, pal? How you been holding up? You get any more Tekken time? Got your thoughts on thoughts? Thoughts on thoughts? I was gonna give it a second shot, but I kind of was like, I don't like how long it takes to get a match. You know? It's taking too long.
All right.
Cool. I gotta remember I have those. Makes it quicker. Uh-oh. Do I need to go a different way? I think I do. Let's go like this. Yeah, I just decided to wait for a more definitive version. That's how I felt too. It just taking too long to get matches, and I don't know. It really doesn't. It really feels like a very incomplete game, doesn't it? I was tired of oh. Oh shit! One of these guys, Airmen. These guys are cool. Whoa. Yeah, Ariman, rank C. Oh, it's got a bounty? Weird. Huh? Notorious marks. Larger, faster, more ferocious. Yeah, alright.
Do you think it's spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Oh! A weird moveset. Damn.
Too slow.
Damn, got me with that one.
Nice try.
Where'd it go? It's the embrace, come on! Whoa! Deadly embrace didn't work. Shit.
Too slow.
There we are. I'm gonna do this. Damn, that was like hella no damage.
Nice try. Too slow.
There we are. Get some of these on him.
Too slow. Nice try.
Oh!
I've heard Torgal.
Shred him up a little bit. Then we get this dude some of this. There we go. That's a little bit better. What is that he's casting? Oh, I think it summons that. Oh.
Nice try.
Tried to chop my ass. That. What if I try doing Thunderstorm? Actually, that works really good. Maybe he's weak to lightning. Nice. That's my big finisher, or not my finisher, but that's like my big cooldown move. And it heals me. That's a sick move. That's the first time I used it.
See that coming.
Dead. A lot of things are weak to lightning in this? Really? Okay. I gotta keep that in mind then. Rather unusual. I guess I should have used my double trigger mode too. I kind of forget. But yeah, I've been listening to some people about Tekken 8, you know, gathering some intel, and really everybody's feeling is exactly ours, you know. It's just, it's way too underdeveloped. Like, nobody's really sure what's gonna change, what's sticking around. A lot of people feel like it's just Tekken 7 again, right? I guess that's kind of a good question though. Like, are you disappointed that it feels like Tekken 7? Like, is that disappointing? Because I'm not like 100% disappointed with that. I'm just kind of disappointed. No? I mean, it's good that it's still Tekken, right? I mean, in Tekken 7, people liked it. Although, maybe people liked it because Street Fighter V sucks so bad.
Waters cleanse thee of thy
You never know.
And bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
New throw system is too awkward, though. What do you mean by that? Awkward?
What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
I don't like counter hit grabs being unbreakable. You don't like that? Well, now, that's an interesting topic. So here's the thing. Man, you got me. You kind of got me. You're tickling my gamer ganglion. Okay, I can at least walk there. So, okay. You know, grabs really aren't that good, though, right? Like, the way that grabs have been described to me is that at high level, grabs are not really like a threat, right? It's more like a mental stack kind of a threat. So you're expected to break throws all the time when you're good. When you get good at Tekken, you have to break throws all the time. And when you fail to break a throw, that's very surprising to, you know, maybe like a commentator or something. I kind of understand that, like, that's like still a threat, right? Grabs have their place in the game because you can't slack. You still have to mentally catalog it and react to it. But a lot of people that are good at the game say that throws really just aren't that important, even in that aspect, right? Like, they're not really that much of a threat because I guess, I don't really know why, but a lot of people that are good say that throws just aren't a threat. Like, they can react to it really easily. I have never been able to react to a throw. I gotta be 100% honest. I still suffer from not identifying whether both hands come out or one hand or the other hand. Like, I can't see it myself. So it kind of doesn't register with me that way. To me, throws are a threat because they're really hard to see which one you're supposed to break. But apparently, good players do that. They just break it all the time. So throws end up, for professional players or just good players, as not really even being a threat, even in terms of like the mental stack. Like, you don't really have to be that aware of them. If that's the case, if that's true, then doesn't that mean like throws are pointless? And shouldn't they improve throws in some way? Tekken 7 throws are hella easy to break though. I mean, they're hella easy to break because a lot of the time you can either press 1 or 2, right? That's true. But you know, up forward 1+2 is there as well, right? And just that basic level of, is it a basic throw, a 1 throw, a 2 throw, or is it the 1+2? Like, even just those two options, I have never been able to learn how to break them reliably. Like, I get lucky is when I do it, because I'm either mashing on one anyways, or something to that effect. But again, most professional players, both good players of Tekken, will say what you're saying. Throws are really easy to break, and they're just not much of a threat at all. So, counter hit grab definitely seems like a method of making those throws more of a threat. Probably, like, a lot more of a threat. But you're saying that you don't like it. So, what do you think about that? Since it's kind of like an effort to make throws better, but you're saying you're not really digging it. It's just ugly, not badass at all. Ugly? It's just ugly?
No one survived then.
It's just ugly, not badass at all.
Before he passed,
I'm gonna chew on that.
one
Let
of
me
them
watch
had me
this.
tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times, you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
She hitting on our curse breakers? Curse breaker boys? Alright, what are you saying here, buddy? I want to feel badass breaking a throw while I beat that ass. A new system just kills momentum. Almost feels like throws have armor. Well, that's curious. Let me think. The thing about, like... I'm trying to think of, like, what are the ramifications of having throws be counter hit? I mean, the game is very clearly trying to encourage an aggressive mindset, right? Like, you really want to... You want to go big. Like, I understand that damage and combo length is going to be adjusted. There's a lot of real deep changes that are going to happen. But it still feels very clear, especially with the heat system the way it is. They want you to get aggressive. They want you to hit a lot of buttons. Probably because Tekken is so traditionally defensive. Where it's like, if you know all of the frame data of your opponent, you know what's safe and what's not safe, and all you have to do is play safe until they do too big of a risk. And that creates a very boring game. Kind of like Tekken 7 in the end game. When people watch it, it's a little boring because people are just so perfectly defensive. So, counter hit grabs being guaranteed is interesting because it kind of feeds into that, but also takes it away. Because now throws can beat attacks. They can beat attacks, which kind of makes you not want to do an attack if the guy is really throwing a lot, if it's against King especially. So it's kind of an odd trade-off, right? Because you're still being aggressive if you throw, but you're also shutting down, you're no longer enticing the person to hit buttons, because now they're going to eat a big unbreakable throw if they try to go for more aggression. I don't know which way it really pans out, if it like ultimately detracts from being aggressive or if it lends to it. I'm not sure. It definitely does make throws better, but maybe it's too much better. They should just scrap chip damage. This ain't no 2D. I think I'm a fan of not having chip damage. I kind of feel like the chip damage part is a little ridiculous. I sort of feel like gaining health is a little weird. The thing is the heat system allows you to regain white damage, right? So when you got that damage there, you regain it. So like I kind of feel like if you're gonna do that, then yeah, chip damage kind of makes sense, right? But at the same time, maybe you could just remove the whole thing and it would be fine. Like, just have no chip damage whatsoever. But if you do that, then that means heat no longer regains chip damage. So now a function of what heat does has been removed. And heat is already really, like, do you feel badass using heat? Do you feel like a badass or something? Like, do you feel anything at all? I feel like heat just pointlessly extends combos, and kind of also pointlessly, like, it's like a mini super, right? It literally pauses the whole game and your attack comes out, and that's it. Like, your opponent doesn't move at all during the entire time that thing happens. So it's kind of weird. Heat needs a rework. For sure, it definitely does. I just don't know if chip is like a big component of the rework. I mean, heat is really good for Kaz. I like the passive bonus for Kaz. Well, I heard like Leroy gets heavy chip damage. And I saw the clip of Oscar. Apparently Oscar, when she goes into heat, has some like moves that they're not plus, but they're very, very small negative on block. So she can spam them, and it does massive chip damage. Like, you could take out a really large chunk of life just on chip damage with Oscar. It just go into heat, do the move over and over. It's like two different moves. You can rotate between them over and over and over. Opponent literally can't do anything except block them and take passive chip damage from it. It's hella broken. it's really hella broken. Claudio is the worst offender of chip. I didn't see that. I haven't seen that. I saw the Oscar thing, which was crazy. It was more than half life or some shit. But yeah, Claudio seems crazy too. Sounds crazy. I haven't looked at him. I guess it would be fair, but boy, I don't know. But what's more aggravating? Chip damage or not being able to break a counter hit throw? Which one would you say is the worst? Can I go to the thing from here? Whoop. Yes, I can. Chip easy. Chip is definitely the shittier part, huh? Okay. Alright.
Where's Gav?
I mean, that does fuck up June, right? June's whole thing is that she like does some chip, but she recovers her own life, right? She sacrifices her life. I looked up some stuff for June to kind of figure out what she's all about. Apparently, June gets extra combo extensions off of her magic use that takes her life away. She can like force longer combos. So like normally if you do a launcher and then you like do a little combo string and then another launcher, the character will fly really far out, right? Good for wall carry, good for a wall splat, sure. But for the most part, if you're trying to get damage, you only have that little bit and then that's it. She can do a launcher with her magic that costs some life and extend her combo route. She can actually do that in the middle of the field by sacrificing some life. She could extend all of her combos at any time she wants. Really interesting stuff. I didn't even think of that when I was playing. She would kind of be fucked over by it, losing chip, right? I think she'd be fucked over by that. Jesus fucking Christ. Holy shit. 1, 2, yeah, that's about the damage Oscar does when she chips you out with her move. Her in heat on block chip out, like, yeah, it does about that much damage. That is crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely broken, right? Like, it's definitely broken. God, that's crazy. That is so fucking crazy. I can't believe it. Clown Dio is plus. Yeah, he's plus the whole time, right? I don't think she is, but you still have to respect it, you know, when she's doing it. But yeah, you literally don't have a choice. You can't sidestep that shit. Maybe you can parry it. You might be able to parry.
But none of the curse breakers ever attack.
Clive!
But I would much rather that just get reworked. And it will. It will get reworked. I just don't know what they're going to do. I guess that's really the big problem right now. Is I just don't know what they're going to do with
If it's
tech.
kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
Who's this cutie?
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And
Man,
now
that's a
the
shitty
Republic's
flame in the middle
finally
of this.
decided to follow
You see that
suit,
fire
using
there on the candle? That
liberation
looks
as
awful.
an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right
It's like the
outside
ghost of a
Dominion
flame.
gates as we speak.
Why does it look so
starve
bad?
the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Lothire.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming.
Especially him. He's
It's
only got
time
one
we
eye.
moved on the mother crystals.
Japanese games. You know, Tekken's Japanese too, buddy. That's a hella Japanese game. All that flashy shit going on.
4 mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps.
Is that the Earth guy? Cuckoo?
There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the 7 High Houses. The
Western
trademark
games
with
look good and
holdings
still
in over
manage to be
100 cities.
ugly, so I like what Japanese make better.
Wait.
I ain't saying that word.
Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then.
I find it's a trade-off.
What are we waiting for?
I think the West is, I think the Western games... I think Western games make better looking games. I think the overall game looks better. But mechanically speaking, they tend to be very route. You know, they don't have much deviation. They're not very engaging as games, but they typically look visually better. Japanese games, I feel like they don't do environment that well. I do feel like they can do player people well. I feel like they can do models pretty well. But I think Japanese games tend to make generic looking bodies. You know what I mean? I think the characters tend to look very undetailed. Case in point, the JPEG tattoo that's on everybody's faces. I feel like that's a very hallmark of Japanese gameplay. In fact, like, the environment in here and stuff feels like, it feels pointlessly detailed in a Japanese game. There's no reason to have this stuff look like this, right? Just a bare table with some chairs. Like, if you look at this scene just here, like what it comprises of, I feel like in Western games there'd be a shit ton more detail. There'd be a fireplace that maybe you can interact with or some crazy shit like that. There would just be an insane amount of detail work. But you could clearly see this is just wood plank, you know, wood chair, wood table, wood candle.
But none of the curse breakers
kind of wood
returned.
people, you know, very rigid, very just stuck, very modeled. You can see her arm. You see how her arm is? Like, this model character doesn't look defined like much at all. It looks like a very generic NPC model just plopped there. Like an MMO. That's what it feels like. It's like they're stuck in MMO creation territory. But that's not really what you get. Like, that's not why you get a Japanese game for. You get it for gameplay purposes. Japanese games are way more mechanically interesting, in my opinion. And this game's really, you know, pretty much that for being an RPG or something like that. Like, it's impressive what you can do in this game. I like it. It's maybe kind of inconsequential, but I still like it. Where are we going? Just right there. This is an MMO. It basically, like, visually it feels like an MMO, doesn't it? But you don't play it like one. I feel like if it was Western, you would not be able to do much in combat, but everything would look just a great deal more care forward, and just a lot of money would be dumped into the assets for everything.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav?
Did you ever fight Bahamut in 14?
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia.
No, I think the highest I went in 14 was Twintania.
Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That was Coil Turn 5, I think it was called.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
Bahamut will be very, very similar to that MMO fight visually.
I always knew that I would return one day.
You mean this Bahamut fight? Weird.
Return to Ironhome.
But I felt that way with the other, you know, the other dominant that we fought. You know, Ifrit and Garuda. Yeah, that was very MMO fight.
You were given the chance to face your past.
But it's kind of nice. It's a single player thing instead of a multiplayer
if I am
thing.
to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
I can guarantee you, if this was a Western game, that dog would have an insane level of detail. That dog alone, they would be pushing that dog as this game's mascot.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find
Give me
the
that
same
fucking
tragedy
dog.
in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We'll visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
We got bad guys over here. Killer bee. That shit's fun. Damn. Nice. I'll kill some random stuff. Why not? That's weird. I can get my there we go. That's what I wanted. God, he's yelling like crazy. Why is he yelling so much? I wasn't yelling that much in the earlier fights. Also, it's one of those funny colored chocobos. They really don't have a lot of enemy types, do they? Chocobos and bugs have been pretty much it.
Very well.
Farewell.
Yeah, I don't really know what I would want out of Tekken 8 at this point. After having played it now, I don't really know what I would like want out of it. I guess at this point I'm just more interested in seeing how would they change it based on some of the feedback, you know? There's not like anything specifically I would like really be diehard for that I can really think of since having played it.
You're finished.
I think there's another one up here. Yeah, the icon fights are the selling point, you're right. That's kind of why it doesn't bother me that they're MMO-y. Like, that's fine. That's what it's about. They thankfully don't make you do it for a long time. That's really a good point, too. You just fight them and, you know, you do it for a while, but not forever. You don't just sit there for 5 minutes, you know? It's maybe like 5 minutes is the most you'd have to do.
Justice is what it is.
Lay in the base roster, that would be nice.
Stood for this.
Now this is a character that could benefit from heat. You're not kidding, dude. That would be really sick.
Jill, look.
I mean, in an attempt to make things more aggressive,
Rosaria,
you can make Lay switch stances much quicker. Just saying.
That she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. It would be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
I like this guy's armor. It looks very much like Final Fantasy 14, like back before it was a Realm Reborn.
What business could the Black Shields have in a
Looks like,
village
you
this
know, like
small?
a set of iron or steel, maybe cobalt.
And they
It
must
looks
be
cool.
here for something else.
Cobalt plate.
You fancy dancing the gallows?
Yeah, I would
You're
like
a
to
long
think of
way
what they
from
could
home,
do
aren't
with
you?
him. Be really interesting. Gaia Blade, that's it. I have not gotten any new accessories this whole game. Or ever since I upgraded like once, that was it. Limit break generation amount by 6% when taking damage? Nah. That doesn't sound so tight. Elixir, what's that? Instantly restore all hit points? What? I'm not gonna buy that. I'm not gonna buy that. I'm tempted to, though. I am very tempted. I can get rid of this. I don't need that.
I'd pay more if I could.
If I could. Yeah, I got a lot of random shit.
Into the roads now.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess my hope is that they rework Heat to be something that's more involving. Heat feels kind of just tacked on, doesn't it? Like they just bolted it on and then that was that. They've spent a long time making Tekken 8 just to make it play like 7 with like Heat bolted onto it. That's kind of what it feels like. Like, why'd you take so long to do this?
Didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield.
My back's so
Perhaps
fucked
I
up.
ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands.
Huh. If only we were. I might have turned him in and become a Black Shield myself.
That's a fair old scar you got there.
What, they literally think my scar from being a branded doesn't look like a branded scar? It doesn't look like it? That's kind of funny. The scar very clearly looks like a once was brand. It's funny to me that they're like, oh, I wonder what that was.
What was all that about earlier?
What?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered.
No, not a
Empire
Black
wants
Shield.
answers on what the
It
Empire
only
wants.
ever happens to the
Empire
Black
gets.
Shields, never the White
They
Shields.
just
Racist ass motherfuckers.
The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
Those fucking Japanese.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
Oh, man.
I don't know. But we need to find out.
You know what I'm kind of getting worked up again, though, is some Mortal Kombat 1. You know, it's not too far away. Starfield, not too far
Greetings,
away.
friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing
Black
those
Shield on
Imperial
Black Shield
soldiers
crimes.
who were here earlier.
In that case, no one would really be
strangers a
caring
thing.
about that, sir. I don't think the Empire would mind so much.
I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you.
Damn.
You are to leave Amber and never come back.
Elder
May I
Kane
at
is
least
giving us
ask
the
why?
business.
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger.
You
The
don't
Empire
even
is a
know me and you
harsh
hate me.
master. Its demands are great, and it's just as swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another.
I kind of like
East
some of these guys' outfit too. The robe with the sash,
Then we
the
shall be on our
Obi-Wan robe. We gotta bring that shit back, man. We gotta dress in robes again. That'd be cool.
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, it's nothing.
Bring it back
We still
then.
don't know who the Black Shields
Robes
are
don't
looking
fit
for.
my fat ass, you know that.
Well,
it
whoever
would just
they
look
are,
like a burqa or
the
something.
Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back
It'd be a
and beyond.
blanket.
But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have
They're
the
an
courage to stand against
influencer.
the Empire?
Did you try to quotation influencer?
A new ally would certainly be welcome.
I'm a fat dude playing video games
Can
that's
we
losing
find
his
them before
hair.
the Imperials do?
Not much of an influencer. More of a
Perhaps
saboteur,
the next village
really.
will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
What, I manually gotta run there? Oh boy, I guess I do.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
directly
some
into
Mortal
the path
Kombat.
of whoever
I'm
or
kind
whatever
of hoping.
lurks here.
Kind of hoping I end up liking it, even though I played it and I didn't like it. I'm hoping Baraka is just like really fucking sick. Did you see that shit? Fallen Hunter. Oh, hey, what's up? You're one of those weird clockwork people.
We've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
Ow.
Idea. You're not going to like it.
That's it, huh? MK definitely ain't getting substantial changes. That's true. I'm pretty sure they're already happy with the game as is. Damn, this thing got a lot of health. Come on, man, go down already. Jesus. What the hell am I looking at? Hey, can I interact with this first? Whatever this is. I'm just hoping Baraka's sick. That's really all it is. Ugh. That was weird. Oh, hey. Are we the bad days? What's up, baddies?
My mother's men.
It's over. Ow! Scoop these bitches up and then blast them. That shit's fun. That's a great move. Baraka's just a dude. He's my dude, alright? I played that guy since Mortal Kombat 2. I almost said 1. He wasn't in 1. How do I get to that fucker over there? That's one of them dragon boys. I don't know. I'm just hoping, like, other than Street Fighter 6, which I am pretty damn happy with, there's really not much else to, like, look forward to, you know what I'm saying? Fighting game-wise. We just don't have much. Maybe just out of desperation of variety, I might end up liking it. Unless I become a Starfield main. Like, that's possible, I guess. I like how it's literally just spiders from earlier, but great. Okay. I guess maybe Armored Core could be good. Might like Armored Core. But I'm kind of hesitant because I didn't like some of the later Armored Cores. I only like the early ones. And they might have, like, super changed it, you know what I'm saying? What's up, bitches? Oh, what? I didn't know I could end it early. My bad. That's kind of a cool parry I got there. Not intentional. Ah, I forget. Oh, that's right. Come on, man. Here. Everyone online keeps saying AC6 looks last gen. Like, what do you expect of a Gundam game to look like? That's true. I mean, an Armored Core has never particularly looked good. It's always been kind of behind the times in terms of visuals. And I had always imagined the reason for that is simply because it's got a lot to it, right? It's a fucking Gundam game. Did I get the item that was here? I guess I did. Weird. Okay, we gotta cross the bridge. Rutro. Or Brud.
Blood, Clive.
I want to try it, but I'm definitely waiting for 30 bucks. I imagine it probably won't take too long to get there. Or you could probably, like, get a CD key or some shit, you know what I'm saying?
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then?
Bear.
We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn.
Is this literally the same guy we just killed like a bunch of times? It's the same voice, right?
Say that again. I'll show you a true shot of Rosaria.
I wonder how well this works. Hey, I didn't heal from that. It's only a fake heal. It's not a real heal. That sucks. Damn, I can crush that guy. Obliterated. Oh, wow. Level up. Woo, I got all my health back. I'll take their pocket change. That's cool. Until I upgrade this PC, most new games I get are going to be PS5. Games that aren't optimized well enough now without DLSS. Yeah, I would definitely not worry too much about getting a PC together, especially because you have a PS5.
Why, you? We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
I like how they patiently wait for the death girdle. Yep. I was thinking I might try AMD. I heard that they're performing very well, but then again, I guess so. From what I have heard, the Intel that I got, Gen 13th, and the Intel 12th before it, they were really just like mild to moderate improvement and refreshers of like the same archetype or something. Oh, I will have an Intel CPU though. Okay. Just AMD GPU. Well, I heard those are doing fine too. I mean, no matter what you get, you're probably gonna get something really decent no matter what. It's really just the price. You just gotta find one for a good price. That's the problem. But I hear that the 15th gen CPU of Intel is gonna be a big jump in performance, so keep an eye on that one. They're apparently changing the architecture of it or something, so they're gonna get like quite a bit of a jump.
Find something.
Not that you need it, but it might be worth doing just to have it, you know, especially if the price is right. Ow.
Oh, found her.
Pleasant. There's a lot of death in this game. Brother wants to make food. But I think we'll do this for a bit more.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
Still on an i7 6700K. Tight. Well, I mean, you know, it works for you for a good while.
And I will end it.
At the same time, I mean, you got PS5, man. You don't gotta worry too much about anything.
We should go.
Most things worth playing will be on PS5. So, I don't know. Is it really that big a deal to go Master Race? I don't know. It doesn't really seem that way.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Yeah.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
I mean, are we going that way? Our quest makes it look like we are.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road. That's snow.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I could save money pirating shitty games on PC. Yeah, I suppose that is an option too. Like these trash Western games. Guess. Yeah, whatever. No comment. Yeah, obviously you're not talking about Todd Howard's latest masterpiece, right? You wouldn't do that. I had to remember to like use that, but I guess there's not really much purpose to it. This is kind of hard to work with. I like having my zoomer. Being able to rush in there and do some shit is funner.
Company. Very well.
You gotta stop that. You gotta stop that with your weeaboo attitude. I know you feel like you can get away with that shit because I played Tekken 8, the biggest anime on the planet. But you need to stop that. You need to stop with that weeb attitude of yours, buddy. Getting wildly out of hand with that shit. Next, you're gonna be telling me Naruto Shippuden is the best show you ever watched.
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
I'm kind of concerned about this one dying on me. Oh, you mean that computer dying on you? That makes sense. Yeah, whatever.
Farewell.
Oh, that's right. You need one for programming shit. Oh, I guess it's more work and job or school related than what normally you would be doing with it. 30 FPS all day. All day, every day. It's the new...
That's the main gate.
It's the new 60.
And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
You can't turn PS5 encoding machine. That is true. I mean, you probably could, but you would void all kinds of patents and warranties. Not the best idea.
My children are starving!
Have mercy.
Mercy. Well, I'm sure you'll be able to get something together. Maybe put the graphics card off until later or something. If you want to. If money's an issue. You're a poor college student. Clearly it is. Can't be a successful, rich influencer like yours truly. Chinless bastard.
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the
Hopefully I
same.
could get a paid internship
Is that
this
the only way
semester
in?
so I can make about 50 an hour.
Officially,
Fuck
yes.
me.
Strictly speaking,
Jesus
no.
Christ, you're really working
My
towards your
uncle once
future
told
there,
me that the
pal.
nobles
That's a
had
shit ton
tunnels
of
built
per hour.
so that they could visit town without having to walk
It
amongst the
blows
rabble.
mine to fucking... That's like twice the amount I make. That's like more than twice the amount I make. Holy fuck.
We'll find our way
Goddamn.
into the city there.
Alright, well that's tight. I hope you get it too,
If
pal.
you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
Nah. Not safe
As
at
long
all.
as it is abandoned.
Which way are we going? That way.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
It takes a while to get that kick in. Dude. Isn't that crazy how 50 isn't really that much these days? You know, I was kind of punching out the numbers for my side. Because my brother actually got into a job recently, so he's doing that now. He's, you know, getting into it, figuring it out, see if it's something he could stick with. So I was really doing some math on my side. I have not saved much, like, at all this year. Like, really very little. I think I've saved like $1,000 or something, which, I mean, it's probably better than most people, right? It's probably actually good compared to most people.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
But yeah, it's been really, this last year has been super rough. And I don't think it's going to get any easier next year either. The inflation is just crazy, man.
Not abandoned then.
Everything costs way too much.
Oi! Visitors!
Bandits?
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Uh-oh. Inflation and shrinkflation. I don't know what the shrinkflation means. Talking about our penises or something? That was sick. Probably have your AC set to 60. My AC is 68, and yeah, our AC has been really going quite a bit.
I've only ever seen one man
But that's
fight
not
like
really
that,
the biggest problem.
and he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
Wait a minute, we know him.
The blessing of the Phoenix.
It can't be. I was there when you died.
It's the axe guy. I remember him because of the axe. Shrinkflation is companies selling stuff at old prices, but decreasing the amount of product we get. Really?
Forgive me, my lord.
I'd never heard
I
of
knew
that.
not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. Sir Wade.
Sir Wade. What a bro, Sir Wade.
We can speak inside.
It's a real thing that they are somewhat low-key about. Wild. Huh. Look it up. Yeah, I'll probably YouTube that shit. That's crazy. Yeah, it's been hard to live, man. Everything is just so damn expensive. There was a period before inflation hit where I was actually feeling really comfortable
And those who
financially.
wouldn't bend the knee.
But that went away as soon
We
as
left
like
before the
early
Empire
this
could
year.
make examples of us.
It's been nasty
Though we
since
didn't
then.
go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame.
But I
soon
would think
after.
50 an hour is great. I mean, you're going to be
Alas,
doing twice the amount
There
I'm
is
doing,
only so much
if
a
not more.
handful of aging shields can
That's pretty
do
powerful, man.
against the might of an empire.
I would think you can live like really pretty well that
We've
way.
seen to
Probably
it that
higher
their
than
stay
middle
has been
class. You know what I'm
anything
saying?
but pleasant.
Skate without a family, I guess. I guess that's true. Great
though.
without a family. But
We've
if you
had our
got your
hands full just
girl
trying to
working,
keep the
you know?
duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her.
She got that teacher's salary, I guess. Well, that's pretty
Her
rough,
hatred
though,
for bearers,
honestly.
no
That is
secret,
pretty
but
low. I don't know,
wouldn't
man.
have
You
been
guys
ignorant
be
of
able to
their
make
value
something
to the
going on
realm.
with it. Can't be that
No
terrible.
offense,
But then
my
again, you're in a
lord.
different place than I
But
am,
in
so
case
maybe,
you haven't
you know,
noticed, the Lady
could be
Annabella
different for you.
couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then
Orlando's
so do
getting
we.
expensive.
Make ready.
Florida has the highest inflation rate out of the states right now? Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay, that could be fucking
This is
things
their
up
main
pretty
host.
bad.
If we remove the head, perhaps... Perhaps we can prevent what happened
You know
at
what
the
I'm
docks
disappointed
from
by?
happening
People are
somewhere
saying there's
else.
not going to be a housing
If I do nothing,
issue, you
then
know?
the blood of their next victims
There's
will be
the
on my
bubble, the
hands.
housing bubble, it's not going to pop. Like, the part where normally that would, like, really come down a lot.
Yours and ours.
Like, the inflation, the fighting
two have
inflation
witnessed the
thing
crimes
seems to
these
have
men
worked
who
enough
dare
for
call
housing
themselves shields have
probably not to
committed in
go
my
down.
mother's name.
That's fucked up.
It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
Good old Wade.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
Yeah, a lot of investors, a lot of businesses are buying
I
shit
imagine
just so
this
they can rent
endeavor
them
will
out.
require more than just our
So many
weights.
apartments. Yeah, I got a
Let's
huge
hope Sir
apartment
Wade has
complex
a good
building down the road.
quartermaster.
It used to be a Kmart, and then they had something else there, but then it got abandoned for a few years, and now it's turning into a huge apartment complex. Totally wild.
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage.
Mm-hmm. Desert rose. Let's buy. I don't have very many of these. Maybe I should buy some. Yeah, why not? I got a lot of money.
As you wish, my lord.
Me lord.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
We living in cyberpunk
Tell
times.
us then, Sir Wade.
Ugh.
What is
Yeah,
your
if
plan?
only.
Nothing fancy.
If only we had virtual reality
Lady Jill
brain
and I made for
dancing.
Buick Bridge
I'd be down.
and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will
Brain
allow us
jerking.
to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed.
down.
While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage. How small exactly? Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Have you been playing some Cyberpunk? When's the DLC for that drop? Is it already out?
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace.
August? Next
Putting
month, really?
an end
Wow.
to the Black Shields.
Well, if
so we shall.
Robot game ends up being lame, then at least we have something to fall back on. I've been kind of wanting to play it again. Party members. Okay.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
Sure.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
I might need to wrap things up here soon, buddy. I'm gonna have food coming.
Look at me sideways.
Come along now.
That was the Black Shield.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Well, we're just gonna fuck them up, right? Sup, bitches?
What is it now? I told you! We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog,
could
guard aught against the might of the Black Shields?
That's funny.
Then come! Die along with your flame!
Uh-huh. Hey, you guys packed up? I can do my little charge.
Forest area!
Damn, yelling? Hey, check this out.
Your
Dude!
petty revolution ends here.
Damn! I left some on the table.
These our swords, we swear.
What's this red mark here? Oh, we can't leave. This is the battle arena. Mom won't let us leave beyond this point.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Oh, that's all?
Shit. For them.
Got him. Whip this out real quick. Do some of these.
More dragons.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say it's flat.
Oh. Nice. Nice. Cool. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. Yeah, that lightning shit works against those guys.
A noble stand.
Really staggers.
Albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Hey, we fought this guy before. Nice little fancy drop in. Uh-oh. And yank that bitch down. Summon some lightning on him. And some of this. I wasted a lot of that. That wasn't very good. Ow.
So wait. There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
Hey.
him.
So good.
Uh-oh. Oh, hey, I have Plains of Rebirth. Let's do that. Nice. Then we can do this again. Ow.
Guess we're all ready.
Okay. Nice! Did you see that parry? That was tight. Another dragoon. They pop up from time to time. I actually had to use a potion back there. Fuck. I'm sure I'll find one. No big deal.
I don't see any more.
Took that guy down real quick. You're right about the lightning, man. That shit just blows through stagger like crazy.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Hauntoni shit. Yeah, that's very Hauntoni. I see why you love it so much. Fucking weeb. It's alright, I guess. It's a nice movie. God, it's getting warm as fuck. And it's already 73 degrees in here. I just turned that shit off like an hour ago,
And how
right?
long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice Regency to catch
It was
wind of
exactly
Lord
100
Byron's
degrees
involvement
outside.
in our movement,
Holy fuck,
they'd
yesterday.
seize his estate and
I heard
send him
some
to the
people
gallows,
are suffering from
where he would be of no use to
heat
anyone.
stroke out in Texas.
And so, though it sickens him to the
That
soul,
shit is fucked
he
up,
plays
dude.
the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever
Can't wait
vigilant.
for the holidays.
Don't be surprised
Bring
if he
Christmas
refuses
around
you an
here, or at
audience,
least Halloween. I'll take it.
especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter.
People are such pussies.
It's the mark of the
Fuck
Guardians.
you. It's hot out.
Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Sweet. Burnt blade.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade.
Hmm.
If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Be lord. Where are we going? We're gonna go see my mom. Gonna go talk shit about mom. Now kiss. Give me a little kiss for good luck, Wade. Oh, shit.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
Oh boy, oh boy. The fuck?
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Nice axe. Two hand or one hand? Must be one hand. Yep.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue.
You want a duel? That'll prove I'm alive, right? What the hell? Huh?
You would mock me as well?
Oh, I thought maybe something failed to load for a second there.
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Damn LARPing. Damn, such a stellar
Curse thee,
performance.
Infectious flax wench, even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy. It's really you.
Very Shakespearean. I like that kind of shit. I'm a TNG fan. They did that shit in Star Trek all the
Always
time.
were
It was
fond
dope.
of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be
The
guests.
kitchens?
We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit.
Yeah, your sword's on the floor.
See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
The good plates, please. Can you imagine having like a butler? I don't think I would be
So you
comfortable with
arrived late
that.
to one of her cullings,
I don't know,
did
man.
you?
I like the idea of having my own cook, but having like a
Becoming
butler?
Viceroy in Annabella has been
I don't
a
think I'd be
constant
okay.
thorn in
That would be
Rosary's
tight.
side, but
I'd
these
feel guilty.
atrocities
I'd
are
feel
a
way
new
too
low.
guilty. I don't think I could do it. It's that white guilt, you know?
Something has
You don't got that
changed.
Mexican
Quite
guilt.
what,
I got the
I
white
don't
guilt.
know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us.
Don't let him let you
risked
feel
much
like
for
that?
Rosaria.
Come on, man.
Our nation will be forever in your debt.
Just in general, I feel that way. Like, I don't know,
It has
man.
been 20 years, Clive.
I'd be happy just having the chef.
The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived.
Get a butler that's
Besides,
also a chef.
I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Might have a legal loophole there. Might have a moral loophole, too.
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
Nice Final Fantasy music. Not the best, but it's nice.
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
My cutlass? I gotta go on a
This
pirate's
will be
raid?
Fun.
She doesn't look like she's enjoying herself. Not a fan of cutlasses, I guess. More of a cutlery kind of a girl. Hey, how far along do you think I am on this part here? What do you think I'm at? She's Shiva? Fucking course she's sad.
Over there.
Yeah, I guess.
Go on.
Shiva's not like
She's a fine
that
ship,
sad.
isn't she?
Is she? Shiva's not sad.
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Tight. Maybe I'm almost halfway? Cool. That's a good point. That's not bad.
Something on your mind?
It's gonna be a long one. Like, that's for sure. But I got time. I got nothing but time.
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, They turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet.
Okay.
I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all.
Is this some Tifa background here? What's going on?
Had become a monster.
Why is it coming out now?
Jill.
Jill Valentine. Do you know what fixes being
I don't
sad?
want to be a monster, Clive.
Ferocious amount of sex.
Do you understand? I want to choose different.
You could be a
paths,
monster in the
better
bed.
path.
That will solve it. I can fix
To
her.
live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
Were the Iron People the sand? That's the sand dudes, right?
And when you do,
or Earth People or
I'll
whatever.
be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
People thought it was Shiva and Titan were fighting.
Promise me
Right.
that you won't die with it.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that guy's pissed at Sid, who is me now, because
Let's
he's
get some
dead.
sleep.
But he
The journey
thinks
back
he's
to
around.
Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
They're definitely building up that sexual tension between these two, though. They got it. They're like, you know what these fucking Westoids love? Not quite getting to the sex, but almost. Them Honto. Oh my god! It turned off. Whoops. I mean, it was a long cutscene. What can I say? It was a long cutscene. What am I doing here? Nothing, right? Oh no, I gotta go here. No, wait! Oh, wait, oh. I am going here. Whew. Scared me. I saw the green, I was like, wait, it's green! Oh no, it's fine. We want to be here. We love it.
Only the founder knows what
Absolutely.
awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Alright. I would love to continue. However, I need to eat some food and I need to pee. So let's just wrap it up here. And yeah, we will continue this another time. Plenty left. Plenty. Last chance to get your monthly games from PlayStation. Oh shit. Hey, is there anything good? Let me go take a look. Is there anything good? I haven't looked in like a long time. Where's the free? Where are you for free? Give me that shit for free. Here? Call of Duty Cold War. What? Add that shit to library. And Summer Vacation Collection. Oh, nope, that's not it. Where are the other ones? There's usually more, right? Endling, Extinction is Forever, and Alan Wake. Go back to bed. Sweet. Alright, I got him. There's never anything good, though. Alan Awake. Cool. Yeah, alright. Well, made some progress, pal. That was cool. I am really glad that we managed to get some closed network test codes. That was great. I honestly didn't think we were going to get it. But just, yeah, we got them. That's super fucking tight. It might be a little disappointing what we actually played, but it kind of makes me feel better that the game was so early, you know what I mean? Because otherwise it's like, we're not like at a point where the game can't be significantly changed. It's like it's hella gonna change. We just need to, you know, sit back and see what it is they're gonna change. I can't believe I got my code for my favorite streamer, Smile. Man. How many years have you been here? How long have you subbed? 48 months? It finally paid off. 2 years worth? No, wait. How many years? How many months in a year? Is that 4 years? Holy shit. You got like 4 years in, dude. 4 years just for this one moment of getting closed network test. Man, talk about the long con. You got like 4 years, you finally got a beta code. I would have given you a code for multiverses, but you were like, fuck that shit, I'm out. Oh, that's tight. Good shit. Aren't you glad you got duped by the Egyptian setup? Aren't you glad you got duped? Had to cash it when it was worth it, exactly. There goes all your luck points, you know, it's all gone now. You're back to 0. You're gonna have to grind Diablo 4 for another couple years. Get that luck build back up. I actually have been thinking about Diablo 4 lately. They have reversed a few things, and so people are a little bit more optimistic about the future, but I'm waiting for the Barbarian thing to happen. Whenever they actually patch the Barbarian with some changes, I think I'll get back into it at that point, maybe. Everybody loves PoE 2, so give me the rundown here. PoE 1 is somehow different than PoE 2. What is that about? Is PoE 2 like, is there something going on there? Some people were saying like PoE 2 has like a dodge in it like Diablo has. So PoE 2 is more like skill based than PoE 1, where PoE 1 is just like all knowledge based, right? It's all about building the right character. Is that the difference? That's what it is? Yeah? Oh, wow. So PoE 2 might be more like Diablo, where PoE 1 is more like, you know, a traditional, I don't even know what it really is, ARPG, whatever they call that type. I forget what the genre is called, really. It's harder, really. PoE 2 is harder because you can't just, like, build a thing and then blow through it. You have to actually, like, be good at it. Weird. Is that better? Is that what people want out of a PoE? Is that really what they want? That seems strange. I thought the fun was, like, building something stupidly strong and just having a lot of fun getting like a bunch of loot. It has unlimited rolls too. No cooldowns for dodge. Really? Strange. But it's not going to be overly... okay. Is it going to be overly complicated the way PoE 1 is? Is it going to be overly complicated? Or are they dumbing it down like Diablo? Yes. Okay, so it is going to be overly complicated. However, does that mean that you can overcome a lot of challenges just through your build? Or is this dodge thing going to be like the more important part of the equation? Most likely. See, that to me, it would seem most likely that build would be way more important than dodge. To me. Like, PoE, like, built its namesake off of, like, you know, stat building. It would seem odd that they would exchange the whole thing over for some kind of an active skill-based system. Dodge is probably important for mechanics, kind of like some 14 shit. I mean, like Diablo 4, right? You gotta get out of puddles and shit. I was, excuse me, I was watching some videos because, like, you know, these patches have been kind of coming in and the devs are super fucking sad and shit, you know, everything's so awful and bad. So people, like, they were saying, like, the big problem right now is that everything blows up on you. Everything explodes. Like, no matter what you kill in Diablo 4, there's, like, multiple enemies that have an effect on death. And that will, like, one-shot you immediately. And then in addition to that, there's like dying from off-screen stuff, like stuff that's off-screen, like those crossbow, those skeleton bow things. Yeah, they could just shoot you off-screen, and you can't see it coming, you can't dodge it. Yeah, it's pretty. That shit is pretty awful. I actually didn't think of it. I didn't think of it at the time, but now that that has been raised, yeah. Like even when I was in, you know, World Tier 2, like it feels like my character, my druid, when I was grinding him up to get all the renown and stuff, he died once or twice to some of that exploding stuff, and I'm just like, huh. Maybe that gets worse. I didn't think that would get worse. I thought it would just kind of be a part of the game, but it's the electric ghosts that kill you. Yeah, those fucking things. I hate those guys. The ghost people suck. I don't like the bows. The fucking skeletal bow things. I don't like those, but really the exploding people is what sucks. You've got so many different exploding. You got like these little demons that do nothing but explode. I hate that the most. I hate it. Like it really fucking sucks. But I also like playing melee characters, so I always just assumed that was part of the territories that, you know, you got a melee character, you're going to get blown up. That's just how it works for you. And you're supposed to survive it. But apparently, like, a lot of people are like, this is fucking broken. It's no good. Especially now that you can't survive anything because they nerfed your defenses and all that shit. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not, like, clamoring at the bits to fucking get back into it. But I'm thinking about it. I kind of want to do a barbarian. I saw that they have like some patches that are coming for classes, and the barbarian bleed build, the bleed based barbarian leveling build was actually pretty good before the patch hit. So they're bringing some of that back. Some of the bleed that you do, like they're enhancing it. So I think maybe a bleed barbarian might be fun potentially. But it just depends on what I'm doing. You know, I'm kind of honed in on doing this. Maybe Street Fighter 6 off stream, and then I'm kind of focusing on getting some Final Fantasy done. So we'll see. I gotta be honest. I miss rolling for loot. I miss loot grinding. I wish I was playing something where, you know, I could get lucky. I want to get lucky. I would really like that. Diablo 4 patch is on the 8th. Yeah, so we've got a ways to go. I mean, it's a little out there. That's not too bad. It's like we got a week or so. Got some time till it's more fun. Exactly. That's exactly it. But I've been thinking about it. We'll see. I don't know if I'll do it on stream or off stream. I don't really know. It's just these are ideas, right? Especially because I don't get to stream much. But we'll see. Any case, I smell food. You have a good one there, buddy. I'm glad you got some Tekken 8 in there. I'm still looking forward to it. I just really want to know what they're going to do so like we can kind of mentally prepare, and now it will, like, we have a really good framework for how the game is right now. When they tell us about those changes, we'll have a much better idea of what they mean. So that's really good. I like that. That aside, I am still looking forward to some Mortal Kombat. I'm just really praying to the gods that just something about it clicks with me and I like it. I'm really hoping. If not, I mean, I still got Street Fighter 6 that I'm enjoying, so I can't get that too, you know, worked up about it. It'll work out either way. But you have a good one there, buddy. All right, I'll catch you next time. Peace out. I got my work week starting here, so I don't know when the next time I'll be back, but I will do my best. I don't think I'm going to do the gym quite a bit because my back is still pretty fucked up. Last week I did that, or a couple days ago I did it when I was feeling really good, and my back fucked up again. So I'm going to give it some extra time, really relax, hopefully reset, you know, and actually get it to heal before I get back into it. So I'll see you next time, all right, pal? You have a good one. Take care there, Lord Internet. See you next time.